Hello everybody. I know this is weird because I've never really made one of these videos before, but today I'm going to be talking about something you've probably already heard of. Have you ever heard of something called a content farm? Now, an easy way of describing it is somebody getting a video topic about a game or show or something popular, and they make a bunch of videos about it and they don't stop. So, like what Gametoons is doing, in which we'll be talking about Gametoons today, in which I'm going to be talking about basically the Gametoons issue, how Gametoons kind of devolved into a content farm. Now obviously, do not ever go to their channel and say anything rude to them or do anything rude to them. I shouldn't even have to say that. Like, don't do anything to this channel. If this is how their company works, I can make fun of them for it, but I don't want you guys to go out of your way to harass them. That is awful, and it's obvious there are actual people working here, so please do not do that. Now, you're probably wondering, what is Gametoons, if you haven't already heard of it? And I'll go ahead and tell you the basics. Gametoons is an animation company that started off making Fall Guys and Among Us videos about like Among Us logic about 3 years ago. And this is mainly what set off their channel. A bunch of people watched it. It was charming. It was funny. Heck, even I watched it because I was younger and it was COVID around that time. And they were really good. The voice acting was amazing. It was real funny and it was very charming. And I think that's what made it so good. They had always started with using puppet animations, and maybe they would have some really smooth animations in the middle of their video, but I feel like it really had a charming feel in the beginning, because you knew that they were working really hard, especially during COVID. I mean, just look at this, it's so good. I'm pretty sure everybody in 2020 watched this, them and their parents, and literally everybody ever in the world would watch this, because it was just so good. Until I think everybody expected that Among Us would lose its popularity, which gave rise to other games like Friday Night Funkin', Five Nights at Freddy's. A bunch of these games went wild, especially when all of the Friday Night Funkin' mods would come out. And that would eventually lead to Gametoons switching their content to make more videos about the mods, Poppy Playtime, FNAF, and I think that's eventually what would start to ruin their channel. They would flip-flop to a bunch of different popular topics, which eventually led to it feeling almost, I guess, farmy, which would give the rise to the content farm feel. It would be pretty obvious that Gametoons was more focused on getting as many videos as possible out, so that more people would watch them instead of making videos for fun, which it really felt like their old videos were meant to do. And yeah, this is pretty sad. It really hurt Lil me when I realized that they were just making videos about topics that I'm pretty sure I had seen everywhere. And when I realized they would stop making Among Us content, I kind of had my own little, oh no, they're not making more content on Among Us. And then I was like crying all the time because I was really sad because their Among Us videos were peak. And especially when it comes to their new videos, it's obvious the animation has improved. It's leagues ahead of the old Among Us ones, but it just feels so... Just look on screen for a second. No. It's just not it. Like, I get it. I fully understand that you have to make content about popular things if you want to get ahead in YouTube, but like, you can see where the charm is kind of lost. Like, it's amazing to see how just like amazing their art is and how much they've improved. And their voice acting is still amazing, but like, it's pretty obvious that this is just to make as much money as possible. I think that's just like their goal. It's kind of sad. Now, I'm not going to sound really as good as I did before, but I feel like this all kind of started once they made their Friday Night Funkin' content. And for the main reason of it being that they realized how much easier it might have been to make easy content. That doesn't make as much sense because it's for kids content. It makes perfect sense. And I feel like they're very good with this. They're very good at making stuff that kids would watch. And obviously, I don't really have an issue with that. It's just brain rot for kids. It's not where my main issue lies. My main issue lies with one specific episode. And I'll get to that in a second. But for right now, let's talk about 3 certain episodes I really want to talk about, which shows me kind of their downfall in a nutshell. The EXE videos. And I know what you're probably gonna say. Oh, Reread Shadow, why are you talking about the content farms in EXE videos? That probably didn't exist back then. In which I'm going to say, first of all, have you watched any of them? It's pretty obvious they did not do any research about what they were doing, and probably just saw it on YouTube or something. It's not good. And obviously, I'm gonna talk about it because, have you seen my channel? We're talking about all 3, Sonic.exe versus Boyfriend 1, 2, and arguably the worst one, EXE versus Sunken. So, let's get into it. I'm gonna do a reaction to it. I hope you guys like it. And at the last one, I'm gonna talk about each point as to why I think these are the downfall of it and how this affected it. Let's go. Alright, let's start. This is the first one. So, you can see the puppet animation. It's not too bad, but it's very obvious. You can see it. Voice acting is still peak. I think they did great with voice acting. And I hope the voice actors are getting paid.
That sounds kind of risky. What if some game-breaking glitches show up?
Then we break them right back. Trust me.
We're gonna break them right back. There's the Blue Blur himself. Oh my gosh, you guys think he's gonna be scary or something? I don't. I think he's gonna be totally normal Sonic. Oh man, he's totally gonna be the nicest hedgehog ever, guys. Mr. Needle Mouse himself. Give him a firm pat on the back.
I'm secure enough to recognize he's got some game.
He's nice too.
Yeah, totally him. Guys, totally him. What do you mean? Okay, that's probably really good art. I think this one is... Oh, here he comes. Okay, so you can obviously see that this is the original sprite for Sonic.exe. They got him in puppet animation or just redrew him. It's very obvious. And it's just the song playing in the puppet animation. You see what I mean by it looks very stale, like nothingness. But that's like only a few times do you get those animations. And I feel like that kind of disappeared. Oh wow, so scary, guys. He's totally not just being used in puppet animation to go up and down. And then they skip half the song, which I'm obviously fine with. I don't care too much about that part. Dude, he's pissed. You made him mad, dude. You made him mad.
Phew. I think we lost him.
What's wrong with Sonic? He's usually so cheerful and upbeat.
Ha, no.
I don't think
He's
that was Sonic.
EXE,
Or
dude.
Tails, some kind of evil doppelganger here.
My reaction probably sucks, not gonna lie. I'm bad at this.
We just need to keep running. Find Tails.
You can't run.
Me too.
Oh wow, that's so funny.
My head.
Oh my gosh, they're in the endless forest.
Teleport us at will.
Where are we?
Tails.
I hope they know Majid's actually just a chill guy, right? You think they know that?
Is that you, girlfriend?
No. Why would I be tapping ominously for no reason?
You think they know that he's just a chill guy?
Oh my gosh, Sonic! The real Sonic!
Okay, once again, I want you to look at the sprite work real quick. You notice anything familiar? If you don't, I'll go ahead and tell you, but that's the same body as the EXE. They're reusing it for some of it, which still, once again, I don't have a problem with it. Just think it looks kind of funny. Kind of looks like an egg.
Help you. But how? How do we get you out of that mirror?
Tails. You want us to find Tails.
Turn around. Not sure how that's gonna
Turn
do.
around every now and then. Oh, I copyright. That's
Do what
right.
he says.
Wait,
Oh, it's Majin.
let the real Sonic go, you monster!
Once again, Majin is actually
If that's not too
a nice EXE. He wouldn't willingly hurt anybody. And
If I
he
beat you in a rap
speaks,
battle, you'll tell me where Tails is?
and I don't think he would trap Sonic, but
Bring it.
I think that's okay, because not everybody knows that about him, so it's fine that they got this one wrong. I'll give them the point. But yeah, puppet animation. Not the best for Friday Night Funkin' animations, honestly. But you see that? That's smooth. Those are the animations I was looking for. And unfortunately, they're very far and few in between. It's probably the best scene within the game. I mean, within the animation, my gosh. Seeing them do the fake out, that's pretty good.
There,
Alright, guys, he's gonna tell him where Tails is.
well,
Okay, that laugh is probably what he actually laughs like. Drip.
no.
Come on, player. We have to
He's
find
having so much fun. That's a vibe. Oh, why is he so tall? I mean, isn't he like 5'5" canonically? I don't know.
Evil Sonic can teleport us wherever he wants. Why not just teleport us directly into his clutches or something? Or like over a giant pit of lava? Why give us a chance to escape?
Is that a rhetorical question?
Okay, that's probably the most based question out of anything I've heard Sonic EXE related.
Wander this level forever. Maybe we're doomed.
You're not doomed, player. You know how many corrupted evil versions of
Oh, that's right. She calls him player because he's not boyfriend. He's player from the other animations.
characters we've gone up against? Now come on. Knuckles isn't gonna find himself.
Yeah, he's not a very introspective dude, is he?
Ouch.
Knuckles!
First walking animation we've seen? Oh, this is
Around these plants, player.
endless.
Some of 'em look
No, this is cycles, sorry.
evil.
Every time I say cycles, I always think of endless cycles.
Pep talk gave me a new lease on life.
So this is for Lord X.
Knuckles, beat evil Sonic, and be home for movie night.
Player,
What?
I found Knuckles.
What?
That's not Knuckles, actually.
Now I know why Sonic teleported us
But
here.
they did that later in the mod. They did that later on, so.
Satisfying enough to just kill us
Once
all
again,
at
not
once.
their fault.
We're
They
prey.
fixed it later on.
He's hunting us.
Let's try to be brave, remember? Stay positive.
Lord X is probably the worst out of everyone in the mod. I feel like he would definitely just like
Teleporting us to new levels.
play with you and then break you.
Always catch up. Always.
Which is,
Eventually, he'll get tired
I
of
feel like he
playing
would
with
do
us,
that.
And we'll end up just like you know who.
Oh, from that perspective, our stitch does seem pretty bleak.
Old Lord X design.
He's terrifying.
He's beautiful. How dare you? He is an icon.
We're gonna lose.
Well, yeah. Evil Sonic is gonna kill us eventually no matter what.
He's just staring at them.
The thing, player, that's
He's
how he
like,
controls things here.
whoa, some people landed in my house. How interesting. Oh, this is Execution. Dude, he's so cool. They actually did him right. I feel like this is probably the best one in the whole one because of how right they did it. Oh, sorry to break your program, but I have a question. Is it technically canon in this universe that Lord X shaved his Tails variant and gave it as a coat to Majin? This is probably the best one they've done because it's just, this is the only part where it's actually fluid. Oh, you made him mad, dude. It's like, that's the only part where they actually do animation, and it's like 5 seconds, basically.
I conquered my fear.
And Knuckles is still there.
Anything again.
Well, until the next creepypasta horror mod we get stuck in.
What?
I could, actually go for a handhold right about now. Loverboy.
And that's where
Babe.
it basically ends, because, oh, they're so happy together. Sonic.
Kind of dark mirror prison dimension.
Look.
Spare you the details.
He's an egg.
Snooze fest. Did I miss much?
Well,
The voice acting is pretty peak.
pop back into that mirror if I were you.
Alright, so that's where the first one ends. And then I'll give you my thought. Now, the first video, in my opinion, is probably gonna be the best out of the other two. I feel like this one just like, this is like the last part where I actually got some of the characteristics of the old videos where they still have some fun in it. And it's obvious that they're doing this, like, they're doing this because it's popular, but they're still having some fun with it, which just, it makes me so happy to see that they still had some fun with some videos. I'm just really upset that nowadays the other videos are just like, oh, skippity toilet, oh, catnap gets lost, oh, puppy playtime, season 3. I'm just glad they didn't do Amazing Digital Circus videos or anything. I feel like that was definitely good. But you can obviously see that even while this is pretty much the last one where it's obvious that they were really having fun with it, this feels like the last one where they really were. It just like, it's just feels like a kid's video. That's my main issue with it. Like, definitely kids don't want to see their favorite Sonic characters getting like dismembered, but it just feels so for kids, catered for kids. And I think that's my main issue with the whole thing. It's obvious that they're doing their best with animation, because I'm guessing around this time they weren't paid, or like as much, because of YouTube being like, oh, 10 million, and then you get paid. Like, I'm pretty sure YouTube probably wasn't paying them, and they had to be, the animation has to be a little choppy sometimes, because obviously they have a schedule, you know, it's going to be a little choppy. I have no issue with that, and they have to get like the voice acting done and the editing done. So obviously they did as best job they could do, and I think that even though it's not the best of its time, it's definitely good enough. I wouldn't watch it again necessarily, but I probably will remember this as like, oh, this was a pretty decent viewing experience. It was good enough. And I feel like that's the best part of it. I shouldn't nitpick every single detail in this. And I feel like they did a good enough job here. So, I guess let's get into the second one. And this one is where the issues start to rise. So, let's go. Alright, hello everybody, and this is video 2. I'm doing my best right now, and I'm hoping that this looks good enough. I'm doing this on iPad, so it probably doesn't look the best, because I'm waiting on a computer. So, anyway, let's react already. This is where the issues start to rise, also. There goes the blue blur. He looks a lot more like classic Sonic, but he also is modern.
Calm down, man. Let's take a chill pill and
Decent voice acting. Once again, voice acting is always the best. There's Faker. Dude just lost his rings. He was just like,
you have any idea how
he
long
farted those rings out. There's Faker. Faker looks really, like, cute.
there you slowpokes are? A little help? I don't have
Oh, it's Tails EXE and Knuckles EXE. Where's Xeno then? Oh, is that his finger? Okay, this is probably the best scene within all of it. And I think, oh, they got it, his arms wrong. Okay, anyway, I wonder if he's Boom Sonic. He's like me for real. Anyway, this is probably the best scene you're gonna see in the entire animation. So, nom, a delicious meal. It's literally just mighty when I don't make waffles.
But he's probably dead, right? Let's get out of here before we join him.
No way. We gotta see if
My
Sonic
gosh,
took
girlfriend looks like she really has to crap right now.
Dead body.
He's
Dead
just missing some
hedgehog
rings, girlfriend.
smells
Once
awful.
we get him back, he'll feel better.
Mm-hmm.
Look at
Yeah.
all those white
Just give him a
marks.
ring and it'll be
Sonic
okay.
thinks he must be close. We should go while we
Oh, so
have a
they know
chance.
his name now. They know his name now.
Sonic.
Oh, there's Knuckles
Let's
Exe.
ask Knuckles for help.
Knuckles died, remember?
Yeah,
I think
he's
that's
dead.
something else.
Alright, so it's obvious they know most of what they're talking about, but you're gonna see that in a second. That's definitely not true. There's Faker.
Fire, do something.
Alright,
You got it, girlfriend.
they're gonna sing against him. It's gonna be, should be Black Sun, and it is. Pretty decent song. So they skip half of the song. That's what they always. Back one second. I'm sorry, but like, I'm sorry. I like the ruined microphone. That's pretty cool. Punch. What? What is he doing? What is my man doing? Now he looks like he's about to crap. Okay, anyway, boyfriend's on the ground. Oh no. He looks really weird. I don't know. Something about his proportions is just wild. Dude, he slapped a woman. I wonder if he's Andrew Tate. Once again, every once in a while, the animation actually changes. Ow! Dude, you took his onion
Now's
rings.
your chance, girlfriend. Run.
Give her the ring! Okay, there you go. Go back 1 second. You saw Faker. .exe. 1 second. I'm going too far ahead. Faker
Where are we going?
just turned
Now's your chance,
into
girlfriend.
Xenophanes. Which, if you don't know, also he looks really weird. He looks really goofy. If you don't know, Xeno and Faker are totally different. Xeno is, I guess, the original EXE now, because the original creator is a weirdo and he gave the rights to somebody else. And Faker is a totally different character that was in the mod created by the original creator of the mod before they were exposed for stuff.
Seems to mean he probably sees everything.
We've already got
But
one ring.
once again, that's incredibly easy to figure out.
Field.
And this is where they kind of didn't do research on this episode, I think. Because you're going to see another instance where this happens.
Is he gone?
But I think that's the weirdest thing in the entire mod.
Exhausted.
Alright, so they're at a campsite. Just chilling like villains.
Is it bad?
I'm about as far from
Girlfriend is being taken over by an illness.
I think it's
Oh, that's not good.
Look,
Oh, that's so weird.
leave now.
You saw Knuckles and Tails. This is our one chance to save Sonic before he becomes like them.
Oh, there they are, guys.
What about saving me?
Oh, that
It's
is
starting to rain.
so funny.
Feel anything?
That is nasty. Dude, just let it drip.
Run, girlfriend.
Wait, no, run, please.
Sure.
Knuckles
Since you asked
IQ.
So nicely, we'll stick around and get eaten. Come on, player, let's get out of here. Don't want to eat you.
Okay, that's probably the most solid voice actor in the whole thing.
Save Sonic.
Steve Sonic
Look, girlfriend.
sacrifices themselves. That's probably the most accurate thing in this also.
For Sonic.
That's probably the most accurate thing. Them wanting to save Sonic
We save Sonic.
or save the player is probably the most accurate thing. I feel like they would sacrifice themselves.
Nobody moved him. Well, here it goes.
Yeah, give him rings.
Just make it quick, okay?
Dude, give her a ring. Are you stupid, boyfriend? Just give your girlfriend one ring.
You saved me.
There's the boy
It worked.
and his almond stomach.
Give me a nice, warm hug.
Dude, this dude is creep. Probably likes children, the way he's talking.
Something's off here.
I could just eat you up.
He got a little too real there, dude. Got a little too real there. EDP. EDP alert. Goofy. Goofy. Very goofy.
Go, freak, or I'll make you.
What's with attacking women? Song goes hard. This song goes so hard. But they're gonna play like 5 minutes of it. Or like 2 minutes of it. It's an 8-minute song. They're gonna play like 3 minutes. Okay, that also seems like something Xeno would do. Oh, the animators got paid. Wait a second. Go back. I want to see the animators get paid again. Okay, best part of the song. I'm so sorry. This is probably so annoying. That's Xeno singing. No, they played it. Oh, that's so evil. They played it to the last part of the song to quicken it. That's so evil.
I beat him, girlfriend. Girlfriend?
Dude, she left you.
Girlfriend. shake
She
her
don't
off.
need no
Don't let
man.
the corruption take over.
Player.
Oh,
Yes, that's it. It's me.
dude,
Listen
she's
to my
gonna
voice.
kill you.
I can help you.
You've abused too many women.
Your chance. You didn't care about me.
Yeah, really. You could have given her
I care
one
about
ring.
you a lot. Sonic was just a more pressing issue. Girlfriend, come back.
I can't hear you anymore. He's too loud.
Dude, she's leaving you for the Sonic. For the goofy Sonic. That's kind of sad. Alright, this is where it gets weird. And I think you know. If you've seen the Sonic EXE mod before, you know what this room is like. This is where Fleetway
Those
was.
Chaos Emeralds? What is
And
this
Fleetway
place?
is not an EXE. Fleetway is a normal supersonic that's just crazy from the Fleetway comics. He's basically just insane. Not an EXE.
If he
And
hurt
this is the
people for
easiest
sports,
part to
it'd just
research.
be like the Super Bowl.
This is the easiest thing to research.
Girlfriend,
I think it's easy just in design. He does not look like Fleetway.
oh, hey,
Does not sound like Fleetway.
Pathetic.
Oh, that's so sad. Look how weird this is. This is not... No! Xenophanes is not Fleetway Sonic. He's not Faker. He's Xenophanes. Faker's Faker. Fleetway's Fleetway. And this is where the animation kind of lacks. As in his talking. It's gonna pick up now. But like, look at that. Look at his face. It's just the same face over and over again. Oh no, he's dead. I really don't care if he dies, honestly. I feel like his character is just there. Alright, so it's basically the end of the song now. Because Boyfriend's gonna win now. Because, yes. He's the Ash Ketchum of this universe. Which, yeah, this sucks. It's just the shortest fight ever. And I wouldn't even count that as a fight.
girlfriend.
And this is where it
I'm not
ends.
gonna sugarcoat it.
This is probably...
I am now.
It's
Like,
not the
are you
worst
kidding
of
me?
them, which I'll tell you more about. In a
That's the
second,
worst
but
ending.
It's obvious they did not know what they were doing, and I feel like that's the main issue. With the other one, they knew for the most part what they were doing and that they were different characters, and that's the issue with this one. They did not know they were different characters. They had no idea what was happening, and I feel like that's the main issue I have with it in general. And there are problems that could have easily been solved. And the ending is just kind of the worst ever. But obviously, I'm not going to give them too much to be mad about. The voice acting was real good, and I feel like the animation is definitely improving through, like, subtle details. Sonic saying that, "I'll just eat you up," probably the funniest thing I've ever heard. And one of the best things I've seen in this video is when Sonic got eaten alive. Like, honestly, I was so, like, it felt like an actual creepypasta, something I would see in the original Sonic.exe creepypasta, and I feel like that made me kind of happy, even though the original creepypasta is the worst ever. I feel like I would see it in, like, if I was a kid and I'd be writing one of those, that's definitely what I would have written. So obviously, this one's not the best, not very good at all, like solid 5, maybe 3 out of 10. It's pretty bad. But it's obvious that they still tried hard to make it decent. And I feel like that's good. Like, they're still trying. But this last one, this one is probably the worst thing Gametoons has ever made. And I guess let's get into it now.
Compact and efficient, the distinguished Intrepid wood stove offers the
Alright, everyone. This is the last one. And this is the worst. So obviously, like, 13 plus? Probably. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. It's obvious the animation got better. But this one, probably the worst for a reason. Cappy!
Attention Cappy's arcade patrons.
Cappy!
We're
I love
closing
Cappy
early
so
today
much.
on account of me
Oh, look at these little
being tired. So scram.
misfits.
Hey, who's there?
Cappy almost caught us.
Poor Cappy. He has to, like, work here, and you guys are being, like, actual jerks.
I can hear you.
Totally busted.
Like, poor guy has to work double shifts.
Who was Cappy talking to?
Oh no, here's the Sonic
Can't
machine.
hide from me, man. Loiterers will be hairballed.
Ew, that is so gross. Sonic Exe. Guys, so scary. This music goes hard. Okay, that was solid. But this is where it starts to get pretty bad. Also, he's like so tall.
Get your hands off the threads.
Alright, that so obviously Vore. And he's gonna get bigger. That's the issue. It's like actual Vore. There he goes. There goes the guy. Sonic EXE. He Vores
We have
people.
to stop evil Sonic. Whatever it takes.
Here's the boy.
What now?
It's coming from the cabinet.
The boy.
Hey, you there? A little help? We don't got much time.
He's so cute.
Come on, girlfriend.
That's not real Sonic. That's Sunky. He's so little.
Thanks, friends.
Oh my
It
gosh.
was a tight fit.
I love
Almost
him.
didn't make it.
I love him so much.
Wait a minute. You're not Sonic.
Yeah, what the heck? Well,
He's too
beggars
cute.
can't be choosers, can't they? Can you at least go fast?
He's so cute. I love him so much.
He's a monster.
If anything happens to this guy,
This weirdo
I
isn't
will
the real
die.
Sonic.
I will
He can't
combust.
help us.
Hey, what are you talking to, pal?
Don't-
Sunky.mpeg.
don't make
I know
fun
how
of
to
the
solve your
boy.
problem.
He sounds like a mafia
Let's
boss.
hear that genius plan then.
Evil Sonic can't tear holes through reality. And I bet someone else opened that
Also, just like look at him for a second. So goofy.
door. And with Tails gone, I only know one guy capable of building
Twales
something like that.
gone.
If Evil Sonic's here, he probably already crossed over. Follow me.
Oh no. I love that he's so
Fast.
happy all the time.
Sure we should be here? This place looks pretty dangerous.
He's bigger than boyfriend. That's kind of sad.
Plant to fuel his contraptions.
Imagine being shorter than the baby hedgehog. Like, that's actually like a really big height difference. That's kind of funny.
The power plant.
That must
Can't
be like
argue
the
with
worst
that.
thing ever.
But who is this guy that you keep mentioning?
Sonic!
Eggman.
Glad you could
Eggman. He's so rotund.
You and your oddly shaped friends are just
Also pro
in
voice
time
acting.
to witness my ascension.
He's ascending.
That's Dr.
Dude, is this the
Robotnik to
3
you.
years AU?
Sweet.
He's
With the
ascending.
energy from this Friday night fucking power plant, I'll finally be able to power up my Chaos Emerald.
Solid
No,
Eggman
wait,
plan.
wait. We don't have time for this. There's a no good evil Sonic on the loose.
I hate to break it to you, but from my perspective, all Sonics are evil Sonics. This is not news.
Metal Sonic?
This one is
Confirmed?
super evil. It calls itself Sonic EXE. And if that Chaos Emerald's as powerful as you say it is, he's probably already on his way here.
Nah, he doesn't need he doesn't need Chaos Emeralds though. Fleetway does, but he doesn't.
I'll believe it when I see it.
Hey bro.
Yeah, that is an evil Sonic.
Oh. Okay, solid animation. Explode.
Hey, player, the Chaos Emerald.
Vore. He just vored an emerald, dude.
No,
It's his literal
no,
Vore.
he's unstoppable.
You've upset him. You've upset
No,
the boy.
he's unstoppable.
You've upset him. I'm making this my screensaver probably. This is so funny. My screensaver is already just like a hilarious photo, but like I've already been posting about this video before I made it, but like it's so funny.
Up by the bootstraps and
Dude, stop grabbing the woman.
sapping my energy. Player, run.
Dude, he's gonna vore your girl. They literally just vore your girlfriend.
Friend,
That's so nasty.
Sonic.exe is too powerful for us to beat, and this power plant is about
Oh.
to blow.
If we retreat now, he'll just become harder to fight. We can't keep running from this thing
That's
forever.
so
We'll have
that's
to
so
make our stand
gross.
here for girlfriend.
Dude, his wings.
Fight and run.
Okay, why does the Sonic kind of like just so cool, but also just like so gross?
He's still right behind us.
He Genshin Impact dad.
Maybe evil Sonic tripped and fell somewhere back there.
You
Hopefully.
really are stupid, Sunky. No
Hey, do not disrespect the boy.
offense.
Do not disrespect the boy.
And intellectual sense. I'm not as cool or as chill as regular Sonic.
Yes, you are.
These weird little beady eyes.
You're so amazing.
But I do know one thing, player. We're strongest when we fight together.
Oh my
If we can
gosh,
stay
he's just a
positive,
little guy.
we can
Oh, no! Not the little guy.
please. You have to fight him. Even if he is
No. Why? He's gonna vore him now. Why is this for kids? Why is Vore is not for kids? No. No. You monster. You ate him.
I can't do
I
it.
just went through emotional breakdown, dude.
He's too powerful.
Hey. Dude, my gosh. Stop voring people.
Ugh, sick. Where am I now?
That's so... Do I need to say why this is so disgusting? First of all, this is for kids, and kids should not be exposed to Vore, which I feel like should be a very easy thing to understand. It is a kink, and kids should not be exposed to this. Second of all, just like ew, they're covered in slime, which I'm assuming is like his digestive juices, which is just so gross.
Evil Sonic's stomach.
Girlfriend, you're alive.
Like, oh my gosh, that right there, they are literally covered in his digestive.
You okay?
Oh, that's so
Not for much
gross.
longer.
Oh, that's so
There's nothing we
nasty.
can do. He's too powerful.
He's literally
Guess
just
so.
digesting it.
got that right.
I concur.
Sunky? Cappy? Dr.
Sunky.
Eggman? You're all in here?
Indeed, this
Poor
monster
Sunky.
stomach
Sunky doesn't
seem to be
deserve
bound
this.
By normal physical restraints.
I can feel myself being digested. This has to be the least fashionable way to die. I wish
Just
we had
like-
never
Just like ew. Just like ew. Like actually just ew. That's so... Oh my gosh.
Into this world.
Hey, we're
Like,
not dead
this
yet.
is not
There's
for
gotta be a way to
kids.
fight back.
Sonic.exe has bested each of us. What use are we?
Alone,
His mouth is so
not
weird.
much. But together, we might have a chance.
Wow, the power
What
of
on earth is a
determination.
microphone going to do? You can't just solve these sorts of problems with music.
Actually, Eggman, you'd be surprised.
It doesn't matter anyways. You can't sing your way out of a dude's stomach.
We have to try.
Once again, just like, that's so gross. So
Hey,
gross.
Come on, let's join all our voices together.
Good idea, player. I'm with you. Till the end.
I've tried
Look at this
weirder
boy
things to get out of
and tell
first
me he's
places.
not beautiful.
Time to drop a beat.
He's so cute. No, he's about to Vore the city. That's so nasty, dude. Oh, just no. I hate everything about this. This is so, like, just look at that for a second. That's so gross. This is gotta be so bad. This is so disgusting. Like, are you kidding me? Alright, probably the best touch is that Sunky actually lands on his face. Like, no. Oh, they all fall out of his stomach, and Sunky falls on the ground, and they're covered in digestive juices. Are you kidding me? Also, he's back to his voring form, which is the form he takes when he's about to Vore people. Goofy? Goofy? Is this... Okay, who paid the artist? No offense to the artist, but like, what? Who didn't pay the artist? Oh, he's tiny now. Honestly, this poor guy is probably just looking for a good meal. Oh, no, Saki! No!
We made it out okay!
Sonic EXE is gone.
For now.
You know how many kinks these people probably have after this video? Like, how many do you think they have? 1 to 10.
Now,
I
don't
think
I
11.
need to explain
I
why
think
this is
11.
disgusting.
Alright, that's it
They
for that
literally
video.
End up getting eaten alive.
And that's it for the whole thing.
And they end up in his stomach, covered in digestive juices, sing their way out of his stomach. And it's just so gross. Like, I don't like seeing any sorts of Vore ever, but this is just like on a whole other level. Like, I didn't think I'd see evil Sonic eating people alive. Like, well, I expected that because that's just normal for Sonic EXE, but I did not expect them to be in his stomach singing, covered in digestive juices. Like, and then the stomach starts moving, and it's just so gross. The fact that every time he eats someone, he gets bigger, like, that's literally just sounds like inflation. And second of all, it's also just Vore. I mean, look at what's on screen real quick. That's just like him eating people. They are in his stomach, and they don't want to be in his stomach, and they're getting out, and they're covered in all sorts of weird goop. That's his digestive juice. Like, just, that's so gross. It's not, kids should not see this at all. I do like that Sunky landed on his face, though. That was pretty funny. But honestly, it's just so, it's just not it. They definitely read the message wrong on this one. And at the end, they do say, like, oh, Sonic EXE, this couldn't be the last time we see him. He might come back. This is the last episode he's in. He never appears again. Because I'm pretty sure around this time, the mod had just gotten canceled. And one of the devs was getting exposed for stuff. And so, like, I wonder why he never came back. Maybe it's because he stopped being as popular because he was in controversy. Gametoons doesn't want to be in controversy.
So the surprise, he's not in another animation. Which honestly, I'm kind of glad, honestly. I don't want my boy Sunky to be in another Sonic EXE mukbang. Like, it's awful. The animation quality was pretty good, and I don't like that because this one is an episode with Vore in it. So, I do have complaints. Honestly, I think Gametoons did their very best with these episodes, but they didn't know exactly what they were doing. And my main issue with that is that they did not know how to know what they were doing. With the first one, I think that's probably the only one that they kind of got right with this. But you kind of see the decline in the other ones where it just feels like it's made for kids. And Sonic EXE, while being one of those YouTube Kids creepypastas for a while, he's not for kids. Like, borderline not for kids. And I feel like that's not really said here. This is just straight up animation with bright lights, and they move up and down really fast, and it's funny and silly, and everybody has a really good time. And the voice actors are super happy and super expressive, and it's pretty obvious this is not for kids. Like, wait. They actually drew nipples on him. Like, this is not for kids. I think it's amazing that you can see how the art definitely improved. I mean, look at this and then compare it to the other art in the other ones. 1 second. I like the fact that they're definitely improving with their art, and they've gone a far way from this original art. It's obvious that they're definitely working harder, and I'm glad to see it, honestly. I'm glad to see it. But the one episode I think I worry about the most in general, because this channel, which seems like it's for kids all the time, that episode did not feel like it was made for kids. It felt like it was made for a certain group that might be in their community that's probably not the best group to have. It felt like a weird Sonic Fans episode, like one you would see in weird Sonic Fans episodes. And, like, obviously I don't think kids are gonna want to see Sonic being eaten by Faker or anything, or oh no, boyfriend and girlfriend get eaten by Scary EXE. Scary. But they're gonna want to click on it because they've probably seen it everywhere, and I feel like that's the issue. They're gonna click on the funny Sonic that looks evil. Like, that's pretty obvious. Now, I 100% would be lying if I said I did not have a fun time watching this. This is probably the funniest thing I've ever seen. Only because of just, like, it's so goofy. I think the fact they didn't know what they were talking about in half of it just adds so much to it. I mean, it's so funny. I think that's just so Gametoons. It's so perfectly Gametoons. And I feel like that's the good part of it. You can have fun with it. Unfortunately for the new episodes though, I feel like that's not the same. I mean, like, the new episodes just don't feel fun anymore. And they still don't do their research for some videos, and it's definitely obvious with them saying things in videos that's totally not true. And I think it's pretty obvious the fact that maybe sometimes they don't know what they're talking about. I mean, he literally just turned into Xenofans. But I feel like in this one, it's charming that they don't know that. A little annoying, but it's definitely charming they don't know that because it's hilarious. In the new ones, it feels like it's just too much of a pain to do the right research for it. So why not just make it? Don't have to research it, just make it. I mean, is Lil Jimmy gonna care if he's watching it on his iPad and his favorite characters go out and do a bunch of wild stuff that they would not do? Or is he just gonna keep watching it? Now, this isn't a nuclear take or anything, but I feel like the third episode is the only one I have the biggest issue with. It's the only one I actively have beef with. Because of the fact that, well, he's literally devoring people. Like, eating them alive, they get covered in his disgusting digestive juices, sing their way out of his stomach. Like, do I need to explain why that's just so gross? Like, it's disgusting. I felt really uncomfortable while watching this. But once again, if this is a kids channel, I don't think kids want to see their favorite characters getting eaten and covered in digestive juices. Hot take, but I don't think kids like seeing the inside of somebody's stomach. So, like, I feel like that makes the most sense. Especially with characters like Sunky, I don't feel like he deserved any of that. Sunky is just so adorable. You could definitely see their art style getting a lot better. But I mean, just look at this. Now, personally, I don't think this is actually anybody's fault. I feel like this is just Gametoons trying to make a video, and they didn't realize that it was weird until they made it. And I feel like they didn't realize at all, probably. While other people, more likely adults, saw this and said, this is really unsettling. I don't like how this is just like actual Vore. Like, it's an actual, like, if you have not heard of it, don't search it up. It's just like getting eaten alive or something, and it's really slimy and gross and stuff. So don't search it up, please. It's disgusting, and I don't want you guys to burn your eyes out. But I feel like definitely it doesn't work. It's not good. It's not the best. And this episode definitely has a lot of issues with it. Once again, the art is improving. I like seeing the art improving. But for this episode, I really don't like that. This episode didn't need to exist. I feel like they could have just gotten rid of this one, and it would have been a lot better. But yeah, that's where my main issue is. As of now, Gametoons has kind of gotten a lot worse, so I'm glad that these ones still remain, except for the third one. But definitely a lot different. Honestly, seeing this again after watching it for like when I was younger, I got a lot of flashbacks. Like, I remember when I used to watch these guys religiously, and I used to love every single one of their videos until I realized that they didn't really have any charm to them. It felt so fake, honestly. It did not feel like a real video. And if you take another look at their channel, you'll kind of see that. Their fast uploads, their sad but colorful thumbnails, their titles, which is like sad origin story, sad death, evil twin, the sad story. It's a lot. It's everywhere. And this is like their whole channel. Like, there's literally even Mr. Beast episodes, which is just wild to think about. But I feel like everything you need to see about their channel nowadays is in their thumbnails. And that's just so wild to me. I'm glad they didn't go the path of being more fetishy like this episode was, because it's obvious this episode is really just... Did you see that? He just absorbs Eggman. Like, it's pretty gross. And it's obvious that this episode is probably the worst out of any Gametoons episode ever. And I know you're probably not gonna believe me here. And if you want to watch it for yourself, good luck with that. But it's real gross. It's real gross. The other ones are more just like kids content, which upsetting. It's pretty upsetting, but like, I guess that's what I expected. Kids probably are the best way to get free income when it comes to YouTube. And, you know, to see this YouTube Titan go down to kids, kind of sad. It's pretty sad. Like, pretty sad. Well, I guess that's kind of it for me. I have to go feed Mighty before he destroys the whole house. But good luck to everybody who watched this video, because I've been droning on for at least an hour. And hopefully this didn't bore you too much. This is my first ever, like, kind of deep dive content thing. If you want to, I can talk more about other farms and stuff, or like actual go into a deep dive about Gametoons later on once I get my computer. So obviously, thank you for watching. Like and subscribe if you saw the whole thing, or comment something like, I eat children, because that's just hilarious. And F's in chat for Sunky. Poor guy went through a mental breakdown. I'm gonna have to deliver him back to Majin or X. And EXE's gonna get a clubbing. He's gonna get killed. Anyway, thanks for watching, you guys. Bye-bye.